So this is GoPro's Hero 12 Black, a flagship action cam that's no longer the latest and greatest, but still packs a punch. And this is my long-term review. Design-wise, the 12 Black follows the tried and tested GoPro formula that mimics Apple's ability to churn out a new product each year without fully changing everything up, and instead offering a trickle of new features. That's part of the reason why I didn't bother with the 11 and instead kept my 10 Black. Speaking of, side by side, these look almost identical, with the 12 Black having minor cosmetic changes like the speckled blue accent color. It also removed the red ring at the top, which is indicative of the recording button, annoying as new users may get confused between the record and the power button. Now down under, you will notice the addition of a 1/4-inch screw thread, which is very useful and allows you to attach this cam directly to any sort of tripod. All in all, it doesn't really deviate from the 8, 9, 10 or even 11, and being an action cam, it is waterproof till 33 feet. Now the 27 megapixel sensor here has also been recycled from the 11 Black, and it'll capture 16:9, 8:7 and 9:16 footage without any camera reorientation required. Now as for its shooting capabilities, it can capture up to 5.3K at 60 frames per second and 4K footage at 120 frames per second, which will give you super smooth slow-mo footage that is crisp in resolution. The battery you get with the 12 Black is also the same as on the 10 and the 11, but from the 11 onwards, you do get the Enduro batteries, which allow for a longer runtime. Now with my usage, I usually got about 53 minutes of recording 4K at 30 frames per second before the camera battery died. Alright, so video performance is where the GoPro earns its bread. In decent lighting, video performance is great in all manner of scenarios, whether it's a wide, a super wide, or even a tighter shot. I shot this POV shot in 4K at 60 FPS at the standard wide angle, and I found this shot to be of great quality and stabilized phenomenally well. I think what the GoPro excels at in favorable conditions is striking a good balance between video quality and superb stabilization. And there's a lot of versatility here too, especially if you have the media mod. Now I'll probably make another video on my experience with the creator kit that I picked up. Speaking of, because of the vast plethora of third-party accessories that you have available when you purchase a GoPro camera, you get a ton of versatility in how you actually mount and shoot using a GoPro camera. A very popular setup that I'm actually demonstrating right now is using a cheap windscreen mount that I actually got online, along with the media mod that allows me to connect my Hollyland Block 2 wireless mic. And that is what I honestly love about these action cams. You can pretty much almost mount these anywhere and just hit record. Alright, so this is what you can expect when vlogging with the GoPro Hero 12 Black. I'm not really much of a vlogger, so I don't really know what to talk about, but I will say that the front little screen that you get really helps to frame your shots, and this is also what you can expect the built-in mic to sound like on the Black 12. But yeah, for the most part, I think the stabilization here should come through, and yeah, this is the type of footage you can expect when vlogging with the 12 Black. Now I will mention that overheating was an issue that I had to deal with consistently with the 12 Black, and it's interesting because this is something that I have encountered on a wide range of GoPros, from my first ever, which was a 7 Black, and then the 10 Black, which you may or may not have seen on this channel, and now the 12 Black. Now in its defense, however, when shooting 4K footage at 30 frames per second, it would tend to last around 31 to 35 minutes, and relative to my GoPro Hero 10, which would last around 16 to 17 minutes, it's almost double the performance when it comes to overheating. So there have been improvements here, but it is important to note that overheating was a consistent issue that I had when using the GoPro Hero 12 Black. I found that whenever this camera is stationary and not mounted to like a bicycle helmet or the outside of a car, or even on a helmet when you're skiing and you're moving really quick, there really isn't much you can do about cooling, especially in such a small body like this. Now, is the 12 Black actually worth it? Well, for me, yeah, it is. It's a solid choice, especially for an action cam. And out here in New Zealand, I'm seeing many deals popping up. I'm seeing these going for around 280 USD brand new, which is the lowest I've ever seen them. Clearly, my local electronic stores are just trying to get rid of old stock, but this is actually a good thing for the consumer because you can actually pick these up relatively cheap. And when compared to the 13 Black, It's about 100 USD cheaper, which honestly makes it a good buy in my opinion, because you can use that extra money to kit this camera out to your specific shooting scenarios. This might involve you picking up a tripod or getting a media mod so you can attach an external wireless mic, as well as the plethora of third-party accessories that allow you to even just mount these to your car and just speak directly to it. I honestly think this is the way to go. But yeah, I reckon if you're looking to save a little extra cash, pick up the 12 Black and just use that extra cash to pick up some extra accessories. Oh, not to mention picking up some extra batteries, because that will come in clutch whenever you're shooting out and about. So yeah, this has been my take on the GoPro Hero 12 Black in 2025. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and consider subscribing if you haven't already. But for now, it looks like we're out of time. So I'll catch you guys and girls in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.